how can we imagine railroads coming to the table and bargaining in good faith if they know that the politicians are just going to give them what they want every time now?
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
Looking forward, what can Biden do now? The fight for sick days is not over yet, right?
Correct. And he can write an executive order, or Congress can work on a bill to give us sick days. Biden promised sick days for every working American. That was his campaign. Was that pandering for votes? I
almost forgot about that. I'm glad you reminded us.
Yeah. So I think that he's done well, and there's no doubt in my mind that he was the better choice for me to vote for president. But it's time to serve the people. There's far more working class in this country than there are oligarchs.
Right. And so the executive order that you mentioned, it's actually all he would actually have to do is amend an executive order that Obama wrote. Obama wrote an executive order back in 2014, 2015, saying that all federal contractors have to give their employees minimum wage, or they have to give them 7 days of paid sick leave. And he specifically exempted rail carriers from that, railroad companies from that, because rail companies are obviously federal contractors, and yet they don't have to abide by that because Obama exempted them from that executive order. And so all Biden would have to do is right that wrong from the Obama administration and say that just like every single other federal contractor, rail companies have to, at minimum, provide 7 paid sick days, and he could do that at a stroke of a pen.
Absolutely, brother. And that's the whole part about pandemic and them saying that we were federal contractors and we had to abide, be available. And rail labor has been cut by 30% in the last 7 years. Because of precision scheduled railroading, Hunter Harrison's business model of do more with less. And it's really, rail labor is suffering because of this. And they're suffering as well because of that contract being imposed on us. How can we imagine railroads coming to the table and bargaining in good faith if they know that the politicians are just going to give them what they want every time now?
Yeah, I was going to emphasize that the precedent it sets is so poisonous to negotiation. And the other thing I was going to say is that yes, a strike may have been averted, aka they are imposing this contract undemocratically, but that doesn't change the conditions there, which I would anticipate a lot of resignations and a lot of retirements. I'm sure anybody who is close to retirement is counting down the days. Folks who don't have a lot of time in the system yet may be trying to get out. Are you sensing there could be a lot of turnover, even more than you've already experienced?
I predict that after the back paychecks are deposited in rail labor's checking accounts, there's going to be a lot of people looking for a new career. I can't say resignations, but I predict they'll be looking for options in Toledo. Right. We've got refineries, there's transportation, there's linemen, there's a lot of jobs in our area, and all around the country. Jobs are getting better for the working class. And it used to be people were really looking to get hired by the railroad. Not so much anymore.
You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.